We have got a packed update for you today. But before we start, a quick reminder. Letter Life is an independent platform. We don't take sponsor money and we rely on reader and viewer support to keep reporting, researching, and producing these updates. If you find value in this content, please consider making a donation. The details are in the description below. Now, let's get into the stories. First up, Elna AI DAO has marked a new milestone, confirming that more than 150 public AI agents have now been built and deployed on-chain. That figure shows just how quickly developers and community members are experimenting with decentralized artificial intelligence tools. The range of projects is broad. Some are community focused bots that provide practical day to day use cases, while others are tokenized AI initiatives launched through Hyperlaunch. Supporters of the DAO say this variety reflects a growing appetite for AI applications that are transparent, open to scrutiny, and built in a way where creators can launch freely without central gatekeepers. What makes this development stand out is the way the DAO has encouraged a steady stream of new tools, giving developers a sandbox that's live on chain rather than just theoretical. Instead of closed platforms where only select models are published, this approach gives creators the freedom to experiment and release their work directly to the community. Of course, there are questions to be asked. How sustainable is such rapid growth? Will governance structures adapt smoothly as the number of AI agents rises? And perhaps most importantly, will these projects go beyond serving developers themselves and provide genuine utility for wider audiences? That's where the test lies. For now, though, this milestone underlines that decentralized AI isn't just a concept being discussed at conferences anymore. It's being tested and built out in public view, with Elna AI DAO emerging as one of the more active players in that space. Moving on, the team behind FUNNAI has announced that its token index canister is now live, giving developers a fresh tool to integrate FUNNAI into projects. The launch includes both a token ledger canister and a dedicated index canister, both operational and ready for use. The goal here is to make FUNNAI more accessible across decentralized applications. Developers can already bring the token into Caffeine AI applications and also import it directly into the network nervous system. That means smoother interaction with the internet computer ecosystem from day one. While the public facing user interface will only be released next week through funnai.onikai.com, the team has deliberately made the infrastructure available ahead of schedule. This way, builders who want to get a head start can begin working right away. It's a signal that the project values giving developers early access to core functionality even before the UI is polished and live. Supporters of FUNNAI say this approach reflects an emphasis on transparency and developer first priorities. By giving early access to the technical building blocks, the team is betting that adoption will grow organically from within the builder community. Developers in turn highlight the practical benefits of having a clear integration path without needing to wait for all the front end elements to be in place. What happens next will depend on adoption. If applications find FUNNAI useful and practical, it could become a regular part of the toolkit within the internet computer space. If not, it risks being just another token with infrastructure but no active use. For now, though, the groundwork has been laid and the project is ready for its next phase. Now to ICPSwap, which has shared details of its latest dividend distribution. The platform generated 668.246 ICP in trading fees over the past month. Out of this, 40% equal to 267.298 ICP has been distributed among 1,592 addresses, representing 3,805 neurons. Holders of 10K ICS tokens received 0.00245 ICP in dividends. One important detail the team has clarified is that its own allocation does not receive dividends. The distribution goes entirely to the wider community. This structure is deliberate. It's meant to tie rewards directly to community participation rather than project insiders. This isn't the first time ICPSwap has carried out such a distribution. Regular revenue sharing has become part of the platform's strategy to encourage long term engagement and reward active involvement. For token holders, it creates a direct link between platform performance and personal benefit. Transparency plays a big role here too. By making fee revenues visible and setting up a structured way to share them, ICP Swap is putting accountability front and center. In a sector where trust is often fragile, this kind of approach is being closely watched by both investors and developers. The big question, though, is sustainability. Dividend models can work well when trading activity is high, but they may face challenges if volumes dip. That's why many are curious to see how ICP Swap balances growth, liquidity, and consistent revenue sharing. Still, for now, the approach is clear. ICP Swap wants its community to feel directly connected to the platform's success. For many users, that sense of shared benefit is what keeps them engaged and motivated to support the ecosystem. And finally, Flash Trade has returned to RichSwap, reintroducing a feature designed to make Bitcoin DeFi faster and more practical. The system allows users to swap and add liquidity using unconfirmed UTXOs. In simple terms, that cuts down the waiting time tied to Bitcoin confirmations, letting balances update instantly so traders can move on to their next step without delay. RichSwap says the process now takes about 10 seconds. That's a major reduction compared with the longer waits that typically come with Bitcoin transactions. With this update, traders can carry out quicker swaps and liquidity provision, including for runes, while keeping the underlying Bitcoin security model in place. The feature is powered by Omnity Networks Re, which is designed to bring programmability and interoperability to Bitcoin's base layer. While confirmations still happen in the background to provide final settlement, the system makes transactions usable right away. For traders, that means speed without giving up the reassurance of Bitcoin's conservative design. The return of Flash Trade is part of a wider push to make DeFi on Bitcoin more appealing to everyday users. For years, Bitcoin has been seen as too slow or too rigid to compete with other chains when it comes to decentralized finance. Features like this challenge that perception by showing how speed and flexibility can be layered onto Bitcoin without abandoning its core principles. That said, some in the community will be cautious. Bitcoin has always valued security and stability above all else, and innovations that alter user flow can attract scrutiny. RichSwap is framing Flash Trade as a complement rather than a replacement, which gives users faster access without changing the underlying settlement rules. For now, traders interested in testing it out can head directly to RichSwap and see how the new speed fits into their strategies. Whether it drives broader adoption of Bitcoin based DeFi is something that will become clear over time. That's all for today's updates. To recap, Elna AI DAO has reached over 150 on-chain AI agents. FUNNAI has launched its token index canister. ICPSwap has distributed another round of dividends, and RichSwap has brought back flash trade with faster Bitcoin DeFi. If you find these updates useful and want to support independent reporting, please consider making a donation. All the details are in the description below, and if you want to explore any of the projects we have covered today, you will find their links there as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with more stories from the world of ICP.